sugar that you never knew. All the pain that I've been through. Even this morning, looked outside my door for your letter on the floor. 7 long years of moving through the streets, letting people in, but they don't talk to me. They look right through that morning, but they don't talk to me. 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 They look right through. Sun comes up, I'm alone again, with the lights on in my hand. Still I was away from my little room. Guess I gotta go back soon. Other people's lives, all the long goodbyes, watching in the mirror with longing in my eyes. That morning, but they don't talk to me. That morning, but they don't talk to me. That morning, but they don't talk to me. That morning, but they don't talk to me.
were young, you took my present, filled your lungs up. I held my tongue in, took all your poison. You get high, act like I need rescue, and you're walking on thin ice. You don't realize I'm alright tonight. If I like, you can keep that piece of me. I'll come through, outgrow, don't need you. It ain't how it used to be. You let down, and now I am found that I don't need that piece of me. I'm not you need that piece of me. Falling into emptiness, I have forgotten my mind. Faithless tears that I've cried, I lost my whole life. Everything to live for now, I shed my old skin. I thought I'd give in, but loving isn't losing. You get high, act like I need rescue, and you're walking on thin ice. You don't realize I'm alright tonight. Live my life, you can keep that piece of me. I've come through, outgrow, don't need you. It ain't how it used to be. You let down, and now I am found that I don't need that piece of me. I'm lost. I'm alright tonight. Live my life, you can keep that piece of me. I'm alright tonight. Live my life, you can keep that piece of me. I'm alright tonight. Live my life, you can keep that piece of me. I'm alright tonight. Live my life.
Take a minute, girl, punch it down. What's been happening? What's been happening? Take a minute, girl. Take a minute, girl, punch it down. What's been happening? What's been happening? Take a minute, girl. Come to follow the feel alone. And I walk with your heart. We come to follow the feel alone. In your face, I can see action. Come to follow the feel alone. And I walk with your heart. We come to follow the feel alone. In your face, I can see action.
Excuse me, can I please talk to you for a minute?
Take a minute, girl, punch it down. What's been happening? What's been happening? Take a minute, girl. Take a minute, girl, punch it down. What's been happening? What's been happening? Take a minute, girl. Come to follow the feel alone. And I walk with your heart. We come to follow the feel alone. In your face, I can see
Good evening and welcome to the Hull Ice Arena with this NIHL National Division matchup between the Hull Wreckage Seahawks and the Milton Keynes Lightning. Our officials just made their way to the ice. Referees for this evening are Will Hewitt and Scott Ellis. Linesmen are Jason Devaney and Anthony Groom. The Milton Keynes Lightning make their way to the ice. I will quickly run you through their lineup. The netminders are Will Curlin, number 31, and number 29, Dan Norton. Icing this evening, number 7, Robert Herman, number 8, Liam Stewart, 10, Thomas Rutkiss, number 11, Callum Field, 14, Dylan Lawrence, 16, Mackenzie Stewart, 17, Corey McEwen, number 21, Ross Green, number 25, Ed Nags, number 28, Tim Wallace, number 33, Malik Martelli, number 59, Ross Venus, number 66, Lewis Christie, 77, Cameron Hamill, number 89, Rio Grinnell Park, number 93, Ben Brown, and number 96 is Ben Solder. And on their way to the ice, the Hull Wreckage Seahawks. Quickly, the not icing list for MK is Jordan Headley, Archie Salisbury, Griffin, Carter Hamill, Davis, and Harry Gulliver. And your Hull Wreckage Seahawks line up for this evening as they prepare to make their way to the ice. Starting in net with number 72, Jordan McLaughlin, backed up by number 31, Dominic Smith. Defenseman number 94, Declan Barman. Number 24, Brock Bartholomew. 15, Jamie Chilcott. Number 7, Tom Barry. 56, Thomas Stubley. Number 28, Chris Wilcox. And the forwards, number 21, Bobby Chamberlain. Number 71, Emil Svek. Number 11, Finley Ulrich, and here come the Seahawks. Completing their whole lineup, number 74, Lee Bonner, 16, and the captain, Sam Towner, number 22, John Fisher, 17, Owen Bruton, number 90, Deck Jones, and number 19, Alex Kent. The not icing list for Hull: Tim Lyons, Angus Lang, Bobby Young, Nathan Salem, and Reese Edwards. I say this is a big matchup here at the Hull Ice Arena this evening. Hull currently lead the season series 2-1. There's MK, who here at the Hull Ice Arena won the last game between the two sides, 4-1. And see MK are in a bit of fine form at the moment, only 2 defeats in the last 15 games. Hull, they have struggled for form, only 2 victories in their last 8. But one of them was last night against the Raiders, a 6-5 win on the road. And Hull will be looking to certainly keep that momentum going. Whereas MK, we know their one mission is to keep tabs on the lead tonight. They dropped a point Friday night at the Solway Sharks. We'll quickly move to the national anthem here at the Hull Ice Arena. And we are ready to get underway here. It's the Seahawks and the Lightning Sunday evening. 2 points on the line, both sides massively in need of those for very different reasons right now. I'd say Hull have been in a bit of tough form. They're looking to try and keep up with the top 4. As over the last month or so, they have slipped, and the chasing pack of Telford, Solway, are sort of getting pretty close to Hull now. Only 5 and 7 points, I believe, separating those sides. And that can only all change in a matter of weeks. Whereas MK, they are hunting down the lead tonight in this race for the league title. Hull, of course, without a couple of major names this evening. Bobby Young and Nathan Salem, both on the not icing list. Nathan Salem's been battling a bit of a knee injury for the last couple of weeks. Bobby Young was believed to have picked something up in the Raiders game yesterday evening. We'll get more confirmation from Matty Davis hopefully on that one later this evening. But not icing here tonight. Hull do go with 6D and 9 forwards. A little bit shorter bench than they have been over the last few months, but still more than enough of a compliment to give this game a go, you must say. And that's exactly what they've got to do. No point using any excuses at this point. They've just got to get straight underway. Try and get a quick start here against the Lightning, and it's already, you've noticed a bit of a line change with Finley Ulrich not with the traditional partners Emil Svek and Sam Towner. This line of Ulrich, Bonner and Bruton to start the game. Long pass finds Bruton down the right side. He'll send it around the boards looking for Lee Bonner, but Solder will be the first to it. Rutkiss looking to just play that to a teammate, but Lee Bonner will be the first to it. And a bit of a deflection into the path for Finley Ulrich. Hull keeping this one alive. Looking to find Chilcott, but he'll be beaten to it by Tom's Rutkiss. Can't quite get it clear, but should find a teammate here who should get the zone exit, but bit of a scrappy one, but they do find a way out, and that would just be played into the Hull zone. Tom Stubley making sure he finishes off his check on the right side, and Hull will have a chance to bring this one out once again with Finley Ulrich. Good read there by the head coach, Tim Wallace, goes past Stubley, who then dispossesses him pretty well himself. Chip forward just as far as Liam Stewart. Emil Svek sort of fans on one almost. And that's Brock Bartholomew, you may not notice him with the cage on at the moment. Emil Svek's pass looking for Bobby Chamberlain. Not quite finding the man, and they'll break out once again. Will the Milton Keynes Lightning with Liam Stewart. Looking for that pass back towards the blue line, but Hull break out with Sam Towner here. Will find Emil Svek down the left side, looking to play it off the boards. Doesn't find a teammate, but does manage to win the puck back, and Towner will find him once again. Great little move there. Emil Svek finding Bobby Chamberlain the one time, but Will Curlin stood up to that one. And I've got to say, I am joined up here on the commentary gantry by one of the many Hull netminders, shall we say, Mr. Tim Lyons. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Just living life as it is.
Tim will be with us throughout the game here this evening. A couple of early moves for Hull. You know, they've got the first shots away. They've got to get a quick start tonight, do you think? Milton Keynes are a team on form, and when they get going, they really do get going. Yeah,
I mean, the first period against MK is always a really important one. Sets the mood for the games really, really early on. We'll be looking to repeat what we did first game of the season against MK, although maybe not so tense in the third period.
There's a good bit of work by Alex Kent there on the forecheck, just to try and force that one back into the MK zone, but they could break out here. Long stretch past the Ross Venus. Dylan Lawrence dispossessed well by Lee Bonner. Going Bruton inside.
What a finish.
To the left of Will Curling's pass. We said they needed the fast start, Mr. Tim Lyons. That's exactly what they've got. Good bit of work, I've got to say, on the last shift. Alex Kent forcing them back into the run zone. Long pass finds the Venus. He's dispossessed, and then Bonner breaks left side, inside to Bruton with a fantastic finish. Jordan McLaughlin's even out the net to meet him for that one. Great start for the Seahawks.
Yeah, Matty can't be too happy, too much more happy, sorry, I should say, with that start from the Hull Seahawks. Great start. And great vision to put Bruton's on the first line again.
Ulrich now evading Tim Wallace, and they'll enter the zone once again. Turn. Owen Bruton's got a bit of confidence fizzing already. Puck finds him once again, but he's tied up. Jamie Chilcott's there to help him. Puck comes out behind the net. Long stretch pass looking for Grinnell Park. Hull with it once again in the neutral zone. We'll turn that back towards MK. That's evaded Rio Grinnell Park, and we will get an icing call. Confirmation of the goal. Timed at 2:17, scored number 17 Owen Bruton, assisted 74 Lee Bonner. Well, less than 3 minutes off the clock. The Hull Wreckett Seahawks are starting to find their footing already in this one. Exactly what they needed to do. Here comes that second line. Towner, Chamberlain, and Svek, a line that we saw very early on in the season, but we've not seen them together too often as of late. Barmer's going to spend this one around the boards, looking for Towner, tried to feed Bobby Chamberlain inside. Liam Stewart just almost fans on that one a little bit, but MK still in possession. And with a long stretch pass, they will find Tim Wallace and clear the zone well. Once again, just a little bit of scrappy play here. Both sides looking to try and gain some possession. Ben Solder now looks to play that one around Barmer and chase it in, but Barmer just like a brick wall just stops him in his tracks. Barmer fans Towner looking to play that one deep into the zone, but it's enough to get the change away. Tom's Rutkiss now, tied up by Barmer. It's Hull send on the third line. This third line tonight for Hull, Tim. Kent, Jones and Fisher, three people who know each other very well, have played a lot of hockey together over the last 18 months.
Yeah, and especially seeing as Fish and Kent are related, they're stepbrothers, so they'll know each other really, really well.
You'd hope we've got the chemistry.
Absolutely. They've been looking really good in training this week as well.
Bartholomew now breaking on the right side, got Alex Kent on his inside, can't quite find him, and Milton Keynes will pick up the loose puck. Finds Liam Stewart, but he's checked well by Tom Barry, knocks him off the puck. Hull needing that clean exit now. It goes past a couple of players and we'll get a whistle. I think that's found its way into the penalty box over there. But a good start for Hull, finding a way into the MK zone. In most cases, managing to do something with the puck as well. MK are not yet comfortable, I'd say. They've not really managed to get any offensive zone time.
No, they haven't, and might be really happy with that, because that's one of the big things, is about making it hard to give up that blue line.
Pass missed Venus there, and he tries to trap it on the blue line once again, but a bit of battling here between two GB under-20 internationals, Owen Bruton and Malik Martelli. Lee Bonner's looking to knock his man off the puck there, but good turn away. MK will now try and see what they can create. Played off the pads. Dylan Lawrence battling for this one away. Jamie Chilcott, though, tried to clear me. Malik Martelli cuts back into the body of McLaughlin. Through to the Martelli, battling away once more. Turned in towards the path of Ulrich. Dylan Lawrence is the one to find the puck, though. Turn away by Ross Venus, still in possession. Tied up well, though, by a couple of Hull bodies. I think it's Chilcott and Ulrich, and it's Ulrich who comes away with the puck. Cuts back, looking to find Lee Bonner. And look at that zone exit. Emil Svek on the ice now. Hull looking to complete a change, but it's MK with possession.
Go on, man.
Breakaway here, Lee Bonner. Just always slashed that with the back of the stick. Puck still loose, though. It's turned away. Well, MK, a little bit panicky, I'd say, early on here. They'll just be looking to settle down as soon as they can. Towner will play this one high up to Chamberlain. Finds Emil Svek. Malik Martelli's still there. He's been on a very long shift. Turn back to Bartholomew. Looks to cut past Herman. Gets past.
That's a foul.
Pass comes through the left side. Matty Davis calling for his team to move across the ice. Barmer looking to stand up Herman. Ross Green now. Cuts back. Bit of a deflection. That's in close around the net of McLaughlin. There's a good stick in. And Emil Svek will exit the zone. Turn back. Looking for the breakout. Plays it to Chamberlain. Good bit of pressure there from behind. Slows that move down. Hull third line back on now. Ben Brown turns it inside. Wallace plays across. Zone entry by Brown. Looks to go past Deck Jones. Straight into the pad to McLaughlin. Hull a little two minds there of how to clear that one. Alex Kent will pick it up. And Stewart will keep it in. Wallace knocks it past his man. Grinnell Park cuts back. Goes all the way through to Tim Wallace. Gets a shot away. Block a save. Stick in by Deck Jones. Attempted pass by Wallace, and that'll find its way into the netting. Better shift, we've got to say, last minute or so by MK. Starting to find that little bit of offensive zone time and put a couple of pucks on Jordan McLaughlin.
So they're like, the whole guys are not going to be happy with the fact that they were leaving an MK guy so open on Jordan's blocker side there. Looking a bit panicky, I feel.
Good win on the draw by Corey McEwen. Rutkiss will dump that one back in. And still with Corey McEwen. Hit by Chilcott. He goes down to the ice, but Hull come away with the puck, so they won't mind that. Played forward, looking for Bruton. He makes sure he finishes his check on Rutkiss. Same by Lee Bonner deep as well. And Corey McEwen sent down to the ice by Owen Bruton. Looking to find a long stretch past those Finley Ulrich, but McEwen had that one read on the centre ice. Tipped in now. Stubley's first to it. Puts that one to Finley Ulrich, and it's just caught through the air by Bobby Chamberlain. Picked up by Nags. Cuts away to his left side. Milton Keynes patient now, just looking for the right pass. And here should the break into the zone with Herman. Hit by Barmer, but gets the pass inside, looking for Nags. Bartholomew now going toe-to-toe. Dylan Lawrence stopped by McLaughlin. Svek looked to knock it past his man, but it's a good job there by Green. Brock Bartholomew though, high on the forecheck, causes a few problems. Towner now inside, goal! Excellent start! 2-0 Seahawks. That goal all created by Brock Bartholomew, stepping up high at the blue line, trapping the puck, and the pass inside to Sam Towner, finished high over the shoulder. And after just 8:39, the Seahawks lead by 2.
It's goal number 2 to the Hull Rocket Seahawks! That's goal number 2 for the Hull Rocket
MK now. Go high down the right side, looking at that pass inside. Nets off its mooring, but McLaughlin had done well before that began to move.
Assisted by number 24, sponsored by Viva Vero, Brock Bartholomew. Time of the goal, 8:38. That's goal number 2 for the Hull Rocket Seahawks. Score 16, assisted 24 at 8:38.
11:05 on the clock here in the first period. Ulrich takes the draw. Martelli is the one picking up the puck though. Green to his left, looks to try and play that inside. Lee Bonner stood there, took the hit. And then reads the pass as well on centre ice. Hull doing a good job at most of the time here of trying to keep MK out the zone. That'll be tipped in by Grinnell Park. Stubley's going to lob this one. He will find the net of Curlin. He's going to be forced to play this one out. Martelli turns away. Ulrich in pursuit. It's a nice pass through centre ice. Finds Liam Stewart. And a bit of a miscommunication. A couple of Hull players left the puck for each other. Alex Kent did enough to turn it away up to Ryan Christie. Apologies. Number 66, Lewis Christie. My bad. Finley Ulrich now cuts past one. Not managing to regain possession of the puck though as he went past the man. Hull still in possession though. Long stretch pass. And tipped in by Jordan Fisher. Green's first to the puck behind the net. Past halfway in this first period. Stewart now cuts back to the outside. In a bit of open space. Will dump it off the boards behind the net. Christie will try and force that one back in. Ties his man up as well. Hull still looking to try and clear the zone. And they eventually do there, I believe. Yeah, we've got arm up for delayed offside. Looking for the breakout. It's read well though. I think it was by Callum Field. Tip of the puck by Chamberlain. Does send it back into the MK zone. Pass off the boards, finds Lawrence. He's got Cameron Hamill, of course, the former Seahawk inside, taken round the net by Bartholomew, but his attempted clearance doesn't work. Didn't find where he needed to do. And Dylan Lawrence fires past Jordan McLaughlin to bring this back to a 1-goal game. Just as you felt MK was starting to grow into this one. They don't get the puck clear. Max Stewart's the one to pick it up, finds Dylan Lawrence inside. And MK find the back of the net. Goal timed at 10:58, scored by number 14, Dylan Lawrence. Assisted by 16, Mackenzie Stewart, and 77, Cameron Hamill. Bartholomew now. Off the boards, finds Chamberlain, does find his way out the zone, and Emil Svek will pick up the loose puck. Towner should pick this one up off the boards. Finds its way all the way around the net there. Chamberlain finds Bartholomew now to Barmer right side. Just forced to almost drag this one away. So Emil Svek, who's tied up, but Chamberlain in possession, manages to poke it back to Svek. Towner now finds Chamberlain, moving the puck pretty well here. Looks scrappy, but they're doing well to keep it clean. Finding the man. Oh, and that one's looking for a man crashing the crease, but nobody there. Barmer will pick it up all the way behind his own net. And with a cut, sends one of the MK players down to the ice. Chamberlain now drags this out to the left side. Bonner has Ulrich inside. Goes himself. Shot's deflected though. Hull still in possession. Loose once again. A 7:52 on the clock. We got a face-off down front of the MK net, but how are you finding the momentum in this one now, Tim?
It's very positive for Hull Seahawks to be 2-1 up against one of the top teams in the league and making it look convincing as well. Obviously, there's a couple of times where MK have got the better of Hull, especially that goal, which we won't be too happy about. But overall, we can't complain too heavily.
So Hull still in the ascendancy, MK growing into the game. Next goal, you think, will be a key one in this fixture. It's now Martelli, just inside his own zone, plays it to the right side. Tipped by Grinnell Park as far as McLaughlin, and leaves it for Chilcott. This loose pass comes back across to Martelli, deflected high into the netting though, and just another one. Hull giving the puck away in their own zone, exactly what they don't need to do. MK can cause you enough troubles on their own without you inviting them to do it. 7:26 on the clock here. MK win the draw there. Martelli now. Pass inside, was looking for Grinnell Park. Emil Svek will be the first one to it. Looks to go past Green, and he does. Wins the possession. Looks to find Chamberlain crashing the net of curling. Almost falls into the net. And I think we'll get a whistle here.
Bobby's desperate for a slashing call there, holding on to his hand. Oh, he's going.
He's not too happy here at all. Bobby Chamberlain and the head coach of the Milton Keynes Lightning, Tim Wallace there. A few words exchanged. We'll get set for a face-off left side of Will Curlin's net. Must say the performances of Will Curlin in the absence of Jordan Headley have been very, very good so far. I think he's on a .898 save percentage for MK. Goals average of about 3.1. He's doing enough. You know, while the out-and-out number one Headley here at MK is out, he's doing enough to keep them in this title race. Hull have got the better of him twice already, and they'll be looking to do more so throughout the evening. Chamberlain will chip that one up. We had a whistle down in the neutral zone. Back underway. That bypasses Venus. Hull will wait for the icing call. It eventually comes.
Big shout this evening, all in C block, funnily enough. First of all to Emma Amro, who is 40 today. Big shout to Mickey, who is 14 on Wednesday. And to Peter, who is 35 on Tuesday.
Back underway. Christie drops it off for a teammate. MK looking to try and clear, but jammed into the body of Chamberlain. Does well to evade too. Keeps control of the puck well there. Great puck movement. Emil Svek is dispossessed behind the net. Will win it back again, looking for Chamberlain. Eventually finds its way to him. Backhands that one to Svek, who's looking for Towner then. Doesn't quite find him. MK looking to head back the other way with Venus. Found Herman. McLaughlin will just settle that one for Bartholomew, who's going to break out behind the net with Herman in close proximity. And dispossessed, and chance to break now. Tom's Rutkiss is on the inside. Hull do well to get back. Herman pass across the blue line. Brown shot, gloved well by McLaughlin. Through a little bit of traffic. 5:53 remaining here of the first period. Hull still lead 2-1. Bit of confusion here with the line change for the MK line. Just wait for the face-off. Finds its way to Cameron Hamill. Beck Jones off the glass. Looks to try and get that past Nags, who picks it up in the neutral zone. Plays it back to the teammate in the blue line. Will come all the way across ice to Nags. He's got Cameron Hamill in front of him. Of course, brother Carter not icing this evening. Tom Barry now sends it around the board. It finds its way past Nags, and John Fisher could be the first to this. Bit of a battle for this one. Solder manages to tie him up here. Alex Kent in close proximity as well. It's MK who managed to find the puck on the boards. They'll use those balls to find Mackenzie Stewart. Tips it into the Hull zone. Bit of a scrappy period of play there. Hamill finds Mackenzie Stewart, but he's knocked off the puck by Tom Barry. And Cameron Hamill there. Hull not happy with, I think they'll call it maybe a cross-check there against Cameron Hamill. Nothing given on the ice. We continue with MK in possession. The pass looking for Herman, only finds Ulrich. Can't quite bring it in himself, but it's a good hit by Bono, loses the stick in the process. He'll just look to try and find out in Bruton while he regathers his stick. MK will just dump that one into the corner of the Hull zone. Dylan Lawrence will be first to it. Stubley doing enough to tie him up, but Ross Venus will collect the puck on the other side. Turns away from Barry, cuts back inside now. Patient here, looking out for an open man or looking for a bit of a shooting lane. Martelli, good stick in by Owen Bruton. Our puck still loose behind the Hull net with Ulrich now. Sent back to the left side, looking to try and clear this one. They eventually do, goes through Bonner. The MK Lightning fans to our left side here, up here on the gantry in loud voice here. 4 minutes to go in the period. We welcome those, of course, to the Hull Ice Arena, and then to those joining us from Milton Keynes here on the Power PPV live stream as well. We do get the zone exit, but Bartholomew picking up the blue line and will find Deck Barmer behind him. That will go past Chamberlain though, and should be an icing call, and it is. That'll be another frustrating one from Matty Davis' side. Big couple of minutes coming up here, Tim.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got to finish this period strong. We need that one goal lead going into the second period. Last 3 minutes of this one.
So the one goal lead is a must. You'd much prefer it to be two, but both sides looking for the next goal here, as we mentioned a few minutes ago. It's going to be oh so key.
Neither team going to want to go into this first break a goal down.
You always feel like a late goal can just change momentum coming out into the second as well. MK now looking to break down the right side. Mackenzie Stewart gets the shot away, but it's dealt with well by Jordan McLaughlin. Bit of a rattle of the master.
Right into his net.
Bartholomew and Barmer were looking to escape the ice almost there. Matty Davis sends them back out for another shift. Will look to have won the draw, but it does find its way to an MK player. Solder now off the skates of Bonner. Will find its way to Christie for a moment. Ulrich can't quite clear it, and MK do send it back in with McEwen. Solder through a bit of traffic, but Ulrich's the one to pick it up. A great bit of skating past McEwen. Great bit of puck movement as well. No interference call there. We're not going to have anything on the ice, but Hull still in possession. And Rutgers digs it away. Goal! Exactly what Hull needed. Tom Stubley.
Doesn't get many of them. When he does, they're always good.
Excellent work by Hull. Don't get frustrated by the lack of the interference call on Ulrich. They keep the puck moving, and exactly what they needed to do. Stubley fires past Curlin, and this is a 3-1 lead to the Seahawks. 2:35 remains of the first period.
Mike Davis in the moment will be very happy going into this first break with the scoreline of 3-1.
Goal time to 17:24. Gus scored 56. Tom Stubley assisted 74. Lee Bonner and 11. Finley Ulrich. Feel the energy inside the Hull Ice Arena this evening. You can tell how much this game means to both sides. Hull in there sort of now attempts to try and get back on touch with the top four. MK, they cannot afford to drop any points in a race for the lead tonight in the league title picture.
Especially with Leeds dropping points on Friday night in Solway.
Yeah, exactly. I say it was an shootout win for the Solway Sharks on Friday night. Leeds hosting Bristol this evening. I did manage to catch before the game start. Bench Stam Gospel tonight. Harrison Walker gets the start for the Leeds Knights against the Pitbulls. Of course, Leeds are just going to be looking to get back to winning ways. For both of these sides, it's not too often they taste defeat. As I say, coming into this, MK had only lost 2 of their last 15. Long pass up the ice, does find Wallace. Looks to find Grinnell Park. He will be first to it though. Sends it back around the boards. Wallace will pick it up. Inside, looking for Stewart.
Going through the legs there, a bit too cheeky in the end.
I think it was a bit awkward. It was straight into his skates, and he needed to find a way to try and direct it onto the net of McLaughlin. Did all he could, but McLaughlin dealt with that one from Liam Stewart. 2:18 on the clock here in the first period. Barmer now will pick it up. And that one can be deflected. I think over the boards, over the netting down there at the penalty box.
Barmer thinking it should be outside.
And he's been told now. In the most politest of terms.
Can't imagine what it would be saying is 2 PG.
We'll leave that down to Declan Barmer on the ice, I think. The officials have made a call. You're not going to change that one. MK still with it, looking to turn that inside, but Bartholomew was first to it, and Svek as well to turn away. He's going to have Barmer now, but the right side behind the net finds Chamberlain. That's a very clean breakout for Hull. Towner now picking it up left side. With a bit of back skating, hoping for Emil Svek to go around the net, and he does. Turn towards Declan Barmer at the blue line. Inside, through a bit of traffic, but I think that's dealt with by Curlin. We'll get a whistle. Hull will have the face-off down in front of the net of the MK Lightning's netminder. That's a little bit more of what Hull need. A little bit of confidence, I think, in clearing the zone. There's a couple of times where second-guessing themselves almost, and it's creating chances for a breakdown rather than the clean breakout as we've seen. MK will pick this one up, looking to try and exit the zone. Goes through everybody there. We'll get an icing call. I think they were looking for Herman up the inside. Minute 38 on the clock. To reiterate the point, big minute and 38 seconds here. Could be nothing worse mentally, I think, than conceding a goal at this point for Hull. Adding to the lead would be absolutely brilliant, but right now they've got to see this 2-goal lead through to the first intermission.
Absolutely. 1 goal now from MK would change things going into the period, and it would give them a real big boost coming down to second.
Exactly. It's just going to give them that bit of confidence that they need.
Somebody get a picture. How many referees does it take to drop a puck?
1 minute and 38 left in the first period. Any noise from the Lightning fans? Any noise from the Seahawks?
Oh, with that deflected awkwardly to the back of the net. It finds Herman. Awkward bounce off the boards as well. It's with Herman once again in centre ice. He forces it into the whole zone. Barmer's going to pick this up. Finds Bartholomew. Long stretch pass. Chamberlain gets something on that. Herman will pick it up once more. Finds Venus, turns it inside. Dylan Lawrence dispossessed by Bonner, and it's Chamberlain now. Oh, just look, turn it back towards Ulrich. Loose puck. Turned in onto Will Curlin. I think he's got on top of that one. 58 seconds to go. Once again, Hull just finding the puck in a dangerous area. The pass inside to Dylan Lawrence wasn't quite clean enough. Hull managing to dispossess them right on the blue line. And they managed to create another opportunity. Nothing comes of it, but exactly sort of the plays that Hull needs. They'll stick in the mind. Ulrich now. Use the back of the stick, turn it behind the net. Ruckis looking to try and clear. Off the stick of Bonner, they'll pick it up.
Hand-eye coordination there from Bonner.
Once again, MK just struggling to clear the zone. This one might go past Stubley though, a bit of a break here. It's Ruckis, will round the net. Backstick pass, finds Solder. Sent back around the boards. 25 seconds to go. Stewart picks this one up. To his right side, fired to McEwen behind the net. Deflected, Ruckis will pick this one out. And Finley Ulrich will pick it up off the boards. Good hit there by Lee Bonner, knocks the man almost into the air. 5 seconds on the clock, Finley Ulrich, can he get the shot away? It's deflected, and with that we'll have the whistle for the end of the first period. The Hull Wreckett Seahawks leading 3-1. It's exactly the type of start that the Hull Wreckett Seahawks needed. Only took 2 minutes 17 for Owen Bruton to find the back of the net. The assist by Lee Bonner. At 8:38, Sam Towner doubled the lead. Assist by Brock Bartholomew. MK Lightning hit back at 10:58. The one-timer by Dylan Lawrence, that was assisted by Max Stewart and Cameron Hamill. And then the third goal for the Hull Wreckett Seahawks, Tom Stubley found the back of the net to regain the 2-goal advantage. That was assisted by Lee Bonner. Finley Ulrich timed at 17:24. We'll be back with you in 15 minutes time here on the Power PPV live stream of the Hull Wreckett Seahawks and the MK Lightning. Don't go anywhere.
Sponsored by Viva Lavella. All the seats on sale right now from this interval from our sellers walking around the arena and from the merchandise store. It's on down to the merchandise store as well. Get your hands on apparel and merchandise of the Hull Wreckett Seahawks. And your last chance to get your hands on some nice sugar plum cups as well. It's on down to the table just in the reception area. Cafe and bar open for refreshments throughout the breaks this evening, and we return back to the ice in just under 15 minutes. Ready for the second period at the Hull Ice Arena.
man wild out, fuck along or go girl wild out. If a bet's wild out, no matter bet more gets it wild out. If you hot wild out, right word not goes not wild out. Won't get me when I see wild out, I'll embarrass the boss, be my shoulder. If a man wild out, fuck along or go girl wild out. If a bet's wild out, no matter bet more gets it.
So please welcome back onto the ice our match officials. It's time to make your way back to your seats, ready for the second period. Seahawks fans, it's time to make some noise and welcome back to the ice for the second period. It's the whole Wrecking Seahawks!
Welcome back to the Hull Ice Arena for second period action. of the NHL National Division matchup between the Hull Wreckage Seahawks and the MK Lightning. Tell you what, the first period's been a bit of a stunner.
Oh, it certainly hasn't if you're a Hull Seahawks fan. Couple of bits that Matty will want to touch on in the intermission, but other than that, from a Hull Seahawks point of view, it's been a very good period.
It certainly has been, of course. Dangerous lead is a 2-goal lead, though it's too easy to let a team back in, and Hull have got to keep the foot on the gas, and we can't use the excuse of, we've got less bodies than we normally do. It's not an excuse. There's still 3 good lines out there. Keep the foot on the gas, do what they're doing well at the moment, which is creating turnovers in the opposite zone, and just trying to limit the opportunities on Jordan McLaughlin's net, they can see themselves through the game.
I mean, as you said, 2 goals is a very dangerous lead. Thinking about back to that Solway game where they scored 2 goals in the last 40 seconds to bring it back to win it in overtime. So Hull have got to be very careful here.
First period shots on goal was 12 on Will Curlin and 10 on Jordan McLaughlin. And we are back underway. Lee Bonner will dig that one out from the board to find Finlay Ulrich in full flow down the left side, looks to cut inside. And that pass from Bruton fizzes across the crease. He picked up by Chilcott. The feed to Owen Bruton. A bit of a scrappy moment or so for Hull there, but fighting to win the puck back, and they do. Owen Bruton's now going to get tied up. Needs a bit of help, and that puck will come loose on the back of the net of Curlin, and he'll just feed it out. Lee Bonner can't quite find the loose puck, but Tim Wallace dispossessed for a moment, but manages to find the reverse pass, and MK will head down the ice. Block shot by Jamie Chilcott. Don't quite get out the zone, but with a loose pass, and Owen Bruton will just do enough. Turn it away off the boards, and the Hull will get a line change. MK patiently behind the back of the net. I think both teams just waiting I say MK now waiting to complete their change. Hull's was done a few seconds ago. But here comes the breakout from MK. Deflected by Max Stewart. Barmer's the one to pick it up, sends it all the way around the board to Chamberlain. Bit of a heavy touch, turns it back into a bit of danger towards McEwen, but MK with the puck, all they can do is send it back behind the net of McLaughlin. McLaughlin does well with the outstretched stick to trap that one. Feeding towards Towner. Bartholomew now, long pass up to Svek. Turns well, gets past 2. No call on the ice. Jamie Chilcott incensed down here on the bench. Brock Bartholomew goes past Rutkiss. Sends it back into the glove almost of one of the MK players. It's Martelli. Off the pad of McLaughlin. Rutkiss now tied up by Towner. Manages to find a teammate. Barmer will be there to support. Hull should look to clear the puck now. Brock Bartholomew with it behind that. Hull still, I've got to say, it's almost a minute or so ago now, but Hull's still incensed regarding the no call on a breaking Emil Svek. Bruton looks to try and tie up Green, but the puck does find its way out. Only as far as Ulrich now. Just chips that one back into behind the net. Bit of something there between Bonner and I believe Green. The referee certainly noticed it, but allowed play to continue. And the Venus chases that puck in. He can't quite keep hold of it. And Bruton now will get the pass across to Ulrich. Once again looking to go past Martelli, gets the shot away. Come all the way around to Alex Kent on the boards here, left side. Finds Ulrich. Kent now looking to get inside, but he's... Oh, great work! I didn't even see Jordan Fisher on the back door, and he comes in. Fires it past. Up over the left shoulder of Curlin, and the Hull Wreckage Seahawks lead 4-1. Alex Kent was almost jammed up between Dylan Lawrence and another player on the near side post, but the pass comes right the way across to the back door, and Jordan Fisher gets his second goal in as many games.
This one's slightly easier than the one last night.
Far down, I believe.
Oh, best thing I've ever seen him produce. Brilliant goal. Absolute brilliant goal.
After just 3 minutes off the second period, Hull extend the lead to 3. And they're keeping the foot on the gas here, looking to go straight back down towards the net of MK once again, but Field does pretty well to knock Alex Kent off the puck in front of the Hull bench. That's chipped down towards the Hull zone. Shot comes from deep, but it's deflected. Almost ends up back outside the zone. McEwen looks to turn away, told to get back up off the ice. Puck just evades Alex Kent there. MK still have it in the Hull zone. Barry's going to tie it McEwen. Hull looking to dig this one away once again. We must say Hull have done a lot of tough work on the boards early on, with the winning the majority of these contests. The puck does come out loose. Good stick in by the MK man to find Christie down there. For his pass, I think it's deflected by Fisher, just took all the sting out of it. And the pass does find Alex Kent, who carries it far enough to dump it onto the net of Curlin, allowing Hull to get the change away. That's high, and that's going to hit the roof here at the Hull Ice Arena. 15:38 on the clock. Confirmation of the goals, 23:09, scored 22, Jordan Fisher assist. Finley Ulrich and Alex Kent. Chamberlain looking to find Bonner ahead. Now finds Bartholomew, that's deflected off the sock of Tim Wallace. Barmer now looks to find Chamberlain behind the net, looks to turn it inside towards Towner. Barmer will pick up the loose puck. They'll come all the way around the net of Curlin. I think MK will be first to it. Bobby Chamberlain's going to try and win it back. Lee Bonner's certainly going to try and get busy on the boards as well. Just a moment, MK going to slow the game down there. The long stretch pass does find Wallace. Turns almost instantly into the Hull zone. Left side, looks to try and feed in the man behind the net. Hull can break, 2v2. Bruton's got Bonner up with him, looks to go high now around the net. Turns away. Trapped by two, but Bonner still trying to win that puck back. MK will try and just skate this one out the zone. The pass evades a few players. That'll be played by Deck Jones. It'll be an icing call against Deck Jones, and at 14:32 remaining in the second period, we'll head back down the other end of the ice, face off. Looks like it's going to be left side of Jordan McLaughlin's net. Martelli now steps up high, finds Venus at the blue line, cuts back. That one flashes all the way across the face of the net. Nobody really wants to get anything on it. Venus now will pick it up once again at the blue line. Looks to try and feed in Dylan Lawrence, but he's knocked off the puck by Ulrich. Martelli now will pick it up once again. It's off the pad of McLaughlin, did find a way through, but McLaughlin concentrated enough to find that. Deck Jones is going to win the battle down for that puck. Will Curlin had his hand up, almost asking for the icing call. And talking of icing, we'll get one the other way.
That's icing, Will, not what you were trying to call.
13:53 remaining in the second period. Back underway. MK come away with the puck once again. Finds Herman. The Bartholomew traps the puck in, sends it back towards behind the net. Svek doing a bit of dirty defensive work, trying to win that one back, but comes out to Venus, plays ahead to Martelli, breaking towards the left side. Barmer's going to look to just tie him up towards the boards. This comes all the way across the face of the goal. No one really daring to put a stick on it. Green almost fanned on that one. The attempted clearance by Bartholomew that hits the body of an MK player, and Green will pick it up. Look to head down the ice again. Great bit of stick work to avoid the first Hull man. Cut inside, turns away, goes down. Herman will now pick up the loose puck. Walking in, we get the shot away off the pads of McLaughlin. Good stop. Herman now. He got a hat trick last night, did Rory Herman. Once again, puck comes away from the goal. Emil Svek will send this one high, looping over everybody.
That's going to be icing.
Waved off.
Ooh. Beck Jones just doing enough. Good skate.
Got a bit of graft. And Alex Kent, I think, will want to pick this up in centre ice. Couple of missed passes, and Alex Kent will knock that one past McEwen. Looks to turn away. He'll be tied up. Needs a bit of support here on the balls. Jordan Fisher's there to try and dig it out. And they manage to get it behind the net. Christie knocks off the puck. Hull once again coming away with it. They were looking to try and find Ulrich in front of the net there. Eventually Ulrich finds it.
Ellis taking the MK player
Herman's just had a bit of a slip. Puck with Barry all the way back behind the Hull net though now. Ulrich looking to get to full speed. Cuts inside through the middle of two. Will he get shot away? No, forces the pass. That comes off the bar, I believe. Bit of an awkward one. Will find Bonner now behind the net. Cuts back past Christie. That comes through. Back shot. No. That is kept in though. Chilcott almost fans on that one. Gets it back on the net of curling. There's Finlay Ulrich. But a couple of scrappy chances there for Hull. MK failing to clear the lines. Will Curling just doing enough at times.
That really bad bobbly bounce from Finn nearly cost him there. Needs to settle back down, get into his rhythm.
Bonner now looks to cut inside. Ulrich is going to pick up the puck, finds Bruton. Bruton turns away, gets the shot, and it's deflected. And Rutkiss will pick up the loose puck. Good sticking by Lee Bonner. I've got to say, he's doing some graft tonight, is Bonner. This whole line is, to be fair, so much energy. Bruton, Bonner, and Ulrich. Chamberlain now, great pass. Looks to go inside. Towner finds Svek. Will head into the zone. Drops that one back to Stubley. So all the way around the net. 3 Hull players up high there. Puck finds its way back to Barmer. Gets the shot away. It's still loose in front of the traffic. MK will be able to comfortably clear this one though. Almost inviting them into their zone. Solder plays the puck in. Stubley off the boards. Barmer's hit there. Grinnell Park now is deflected by the stick of Sam Towner. Backing up, shot through traffic. We'll get a whistle. I must say, I was just thinking a moment ago, we've still not had a penalty called in this game. Could be a record for a Hull Seahawks game this season. Nearly half an hour in.
I mean, Hull have had a couple of good shouts for one, I will admit that, but nothing from the officials so far.
Yeah.
And Hull are having a pretty clean game.
They're going to have to, though.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be inviting power play opportunities from the MK Lightning.
No,
We've seen in the game so far against, well, between these two sides, MK are pretty proficient on that. And somehow that's found a way out. Liam Stewart was looking to get the shot away from in close, almost on the goal line. Svek will now play this one out. Towner gets it out of his skates, onto the net of Curlin. Just settles that for a teammate. Wraps around to the right side. It's Green. Long stretch pass now. Barmer looking to get close. And he finds a way through. And with that, the MK Lightning, just as we hit halfway in this game, claw back to within 2. It's going to be one that Jordan McLaughlin's probably going to want back. Outstretched pad, somehow found a way through into the back of the net.
Absolutely. I mean, Geordie faces shots like that every single day in training, and he saves them all the time. It's definitely one who's going to want back there.
But no netminder's perfect. I think Tom Stubley's just gone up and maybe had a quick word of him. So it's an unfortunate one, but just got to get your head back in the game now. Hull still with a 2-goal lead and doing all the right things.
Absolutely. Geordie will do what he needs to do to reset, and he'll be good to go for the next shot.
An important thing is you've got to think Hull probably don't want to invite any pressure onto him for just a moment or so. Allow him to get back comfortable rather than a bit of a flurry of shots. You don't really want exactly this to happen. That's in close, and the redirect from Herman went wide. Bruton's pass intercepted, but he does well to win that back. Sent spinning almost, and Ulrich though find a way through the traffic, goes past Dylan Lawrence. Backstick pass, looking for that pass to come across now from Chilcott. We'll find Ulrich, cuts outside, it's deflected, and Christie will pick up off the boards. I think Lee Bonner looking to try and come in and steal that one. His pass, though, couldn't find Finley Ulrich. Herman now cuts inside, enters the Hull zone from right to left. Venus, goal! That's a great move by the MK Lightning. And just like that, a game can change in just a minute. Hull doing all the right things, creating pressure, trying to force a turnover down the other end, but Rory Herman gets a bit of space and a nice pass to Venus with a good finish right over the shoulder of Jordan McLaughlin.
It's just a really good shot. I mean, as a team, we'll want that back because we shouldn't have let him in the position that he got into, but it was a well-taken goal in the end.
Almost allowed, I think, Rory Herman a little bit too much space as he entered the zone, just almost invited him to come and create something.
We stood off a little bit too much on that one. Hull really need to get back to what they were doing, 2 minutes ago.
Here you go, Alex Kent's forced the puck into the MK zone. Rutkis now looking to send it back down the other end of the ice. Finds Nags, he cuts back, looking for a way through. Crowd of bodies, and that shot deflects away. McEwen gets onto net of McLaughlin, and a bit of a panicky moment for Hull. Right there. Rutkis managed to delay himself enough for everyone to get back on side. That pass will evade Barry. We'll head back up behind the net. Rutkis turns it inside. Matt Stewart couldn't get the shot away. And those Milton Keynes Lightning fans, after a great 2 minutes for their side to get back within one, they're in loud voice. Here to our left on the media gantry, Deck Jones turns that one towards Jordan Fisher, just does enough, force it behind the net of Curling where it finds Nags as Hull get the change away. Barmer's going to pick this one up inside his own zone. Feed inside towards Towner, just ahead of him, couldn't quite bring in the pass in from Chamberlain. And we'll go past Bartholomew all the way down behind the net of McLaughlin for an icing call. 7:33 remaining. And once again, we see the momentum flow and ebb and change, and MK just in the ascendancy. Just in terms of a couple of, quick-paced minutes, looking to create problems. Hull, you can't say, have been playing bad. They're still winning this game. But after a couple of minutes like that, you've always got to think they've now really got to set out a statement, a marker, that this isn't going to go the same way as a couple of other games have this year. It's a great feed through the middle there. Finds Bartholomew left side, turned inside to Towner. Back to Bartholomew, looking for Chamberlain. It's a good stick in by Wallace. Just goes past Sam Towner. It should be Liam Stewart gets the pass away. He's still not exit the zone. Eventually finds Tim Wallace in centre ice. Just plays that one forward. Stewart will be first onto it. Got Deck Barmer in close proximity who gets the puck away. Picked up by Green, centre ice. Martelli now. Just going to chip this one in. Bartholomew's first to it. He's got a couple of MK players around him, and it's a great stick in. Finley Ulrich saving the day there. As that pass looked to come into Ross Venus in close proximity to McLaughlin's net.
Finn's been one of our best players recently. He's been really, really solid.
December Player of the Month, fantastic performances. Him and Emil Svek in terms of goal scoring, probably 60% of the team's goals over the last month. They are doing a fantastic job at the moment.
During this rough spell that Hull have been having, both of those two players, as you just mentioned, have been really putting the team on their back and pushing them through.
We've got 6:29 to go to second period. Hull still lead 4-3. But you just feel like MK are growing in confidence. Hull just got to get back to doing what they were doing, as we said just a few minutes ago. Trying to create the turnovers at the opposite end. Hull managed to break away here. Lee Bonner's on the right side. Looks to go onto the outside of Green, but it's a good stick in.
A little bit of afters.
Yeah, I think Green and Lee Bonner there. Ulrich will pick this one up off the glove of Herman. And Hull will just make a change. Or rather, complete the change they set out to make a minute or two ago. Tipped into the Hull zone by Venus. That's eventually covered by McLaughlin. Got all the body behind it first time.
Great
covered it at the
control.
second attempt.
Great rebound control. Exactly what you need after you've had a rocky 30 seconds.
Double plays that one off the boards, but it's kept inside the whole zone. Just looks to chip that one forward rather than playing the stretch pass to the left side. MK with it now, cross centre ice. Chilcott will pick it up on the board. It's trapped down there at the blue line by the MK man, all the way through the traffic. Comfortable one for Jordan McLaughlin, straight into the body there. 5:20 remaining in the second period. I say it's been an entertaining game, you've got to say. We've seen some fantastic goals. And it's been a clean game. It's pretty fast-paced, flowing. It's exactly the type of hockey you want to watch.
Exactly.
And I think that's testament to the two sides tonight. No silly games, both just come to look to play some good hockey. That long pass from Svek finds Sam Towner, turns away. Pass off the boards, was looking for Chamberlain, but Solder's going to be one to pick it up. Cut back, pass back across to his left side. It's tipped into the Hull zone. Barman's going to be first to play this one, off the boards to Bartholomew, and it's a nice pass inside. Exactly what Hull needed, just a little bit of calmness in clearing the zone. Barmer looking to play that one, turn it inside. Nobody really was crashing the crease, and that passes Bartholomew. Chance here, Mackenzie Stewart on the break. Into the body of McLaughlin, it's around the back of the net, but it's played inside to Rutkis. Great stop.
Why is there no D-man there for Hull?
Still loose. Nags sends a man down to the ice, off the pads. Still loose. Mackenzie Stewart will pick it up. Great bit of work from Jordan McLaughlin, but needs a bit of help from his teammates to clear this puck. And he brings that one into the body through a bit of traffic once again. And Hull inviting just a bit of pressure now. Jordan McLaughlin arguably bailed him out in that little bit of play. Exactly what Hull don't want to be doing. MK, you've got to say, would normally take a chance like that. They've had a couple of opportunities there, and Hull maybe get away with one, stay with the 1-goal lead.
Jordy been absolutely brilliant in the butterfly there, keeping the Hull in it.
Resident DJ, Mr. Rogers there, almost anticipating the face-off. Green now with the puck, turns it inside to Stuart Martelli. Through traffic. Hits somebody on the way through. Hull now looking to clear. Martelli's the one to pick it up then. It's into a body of a teammate. It's Grinnell Park. Puck goes high. Wallace now. There's a check by Bruton, I think they're sending one of the MK players down to the ice. And once again, McLaughlin welcomes that one.
They're the types of shots you want as a goalie, straight into your chest. You can control really, really well, get that face off, get the team to reset, hopefully win that face off and go down the other end.
The important thing now, though, is to win the draw and clear the puck, because Jordan McLaughlin's arguably faced more shots in the last 5 minutes than he has
in the first period.
Yeah. That drops out the air to Martelli. A bit of a scramble for it, though, on the red line. It's almost forced back towards the net of Curlin. And Green will break out from behind the net. Bit of a loose one. Chilcott takes it away from Grinnell Park. MK just patient there, knocking that puck back, looking for the reset and the breakout. Pass. Bit of a race here between Stubley and Liam Stewart. Stubley using the body well there to try and allow a teammate to maybe bring this puck away, and Towner will just about grab it and get it out the zone. Malik Martelli's done some minutes today back there for MK, but then you'd probably say the same on just frustratingly. Bobby Chamberlain just loses an edge on a breakaway, and Wallace is back the other way. Towner managed to just find that one in the air, great hand-eye control. MK still with it, deflected behind the net. Bartholomew's going to tie up Tim Wallace. MK looking to come away with the puck, and they do. It was all the way across to Christie. Dumped off the back of the net once more. Wallace finds Dylan Lawrence. His pass doesn't really find anybody, but the deflection off the boards finds Christie, and that's a hit from Declan Barmer. And Emil Svet, can he get the wheels going here now? Just going to patiently wait for a teammate. This one may just be starting to heat up a little bit. A couple of hits have come in from both sides over the last minute or so. Chipped in, was looking for Herman, but Chilcott was the first to it. Stubley now going to find Bonner. He's looking to feed Bruton inside, and them two collide. Ulrich will pick up the loose puck. Finds Bruton. We'll just send this one high around the board. Stubley's looking to collect it. He's checked by Christie. Got a minute 30 or so remaining in this second period. Just tipped outside the zone. MK still in possession. Good bit of skating there. And Venus looks to feed it in. Good stick away eventually by Hull, but had to do that because it was a bit of a dangerous area for MK to have the puck. Bruton looking to try and win this one back now on the boards. Battle with Nags, and that one comes loose across the face of Will Curlin's goal, but nobody's really there to put it away.
Really gets caught looking the wrong way there.
Chamberlain, I think, just a little bit of miscommunication between Chamberlain and Towner. I think he expected Towner to be a lot more high on his right side. Shot by Svek, deflected. Hull just going to make sure. They'll certainly look for the opportunity, but they don't want to give MK any chance of a breakaway in the last minute or so. Towner may pick up the loose puck. Chamberlain gets it across the crease, but Towner's not there to put it away.
Towner looking for an interference call there, but not getting it.
And Svek's going to pick this one up. Finds Bartholomew, turns. Send it back high. Finds Chamberlain behind the net. Emil Svek is looking for the pass. Bartholomew now is going to turn away from McEwen. He's tied up. Well, great work by Corey McEwen, I've got to say. Rutkiss now. 5 seconds on the clock. Emil Svek looking to see if he can get a stick in. But with that pass to Rory Herman, we will get the whistle for the end of the second period. And the Hull Wreckett Seahawks lead 4-3. They stretch this one out to a 4-1 lead through Jordan Fisher. Since then, MK had a little bit of a flurry. 2 goals in exactly a minute. Timed at 30:05. Those goals were by number 89, Rio Grinold Park, assisted by number 33, Malik Martelli. And at 31:05, it was number 59, Ross Venus, who scored, assisted by number 7, Rory Herman, and by number 93, Ben Brown. As the big 15 minutes or so now for the two coaches. For Matty Davis in the Hull dressing room, and of course you got Tim Wallace and then bench coach Joe Wilson as well for the MK Lightning. What they say now will pay a lot of dividends to what happens in this remaining 20 minutes of regulation. Hull going in with the 1-goal lead. MK will know they can rattle Hull now. They saw it for a minute stretch there. They've just got to keep. You've got to think they've got to up the pace, I think, a little bit. Try and rattle Hull, not allow Hull to settle.
So I think Matty will be going in there right now and he'll be saying, look, win this next period, we win the game. Fundamentally, win this next period, we win the game. Defensively, we've got to be much better. There's been a couple of times in that second period where...
Little lapse in concentration.
Exactly. I mean, somewhere like halfway through that period, Geordie's having to make scrambles because they've left a guy slap bang in the middle of the goal, waiting for a shot. And I mean, I shout without words, the defender, but you know, but then at the same time,
there's just a passion coming through that.
Absolutely, I'm a passionate person. If I'm Tim Wallace and MK, I'm going right. You've seen that we can handle this. Let's push forward. We need to capitalise on those chances that we're getting.
Hull have just got to tidy up the back end and just look to keep pressing wherever they can, force the turnovers. And the shots are coming, the chances are coming at both ends now, you've got to say. And it's, as you say, whoever does the fundamentals better in the final 20 will probably walk away here with 2 points. We've got a little bit of an extended intermission here. We'll have Chuck a Puck on the ice before we can re-ice the surface. We'll be back with you in approximately 17 minutes, I'd say, for the third period action. Make sure you're back here with us on the Power PV live stream of the Hull Wreckett Seahawks and the Milton Keynes Lightning.
Ice Arena next Saturday. That's Saturday the 20th. And it's against the Bees. Plays on at 5:30, not at 4:30. It's available in the Arena box office and online. That's next Saturday here at the Ice Arena with the Bees in town. Plays on at 5:30 here at the Hull Ice Arena. So welcome back to the ice and match officials, ready for the third period. It's time to make your way back to your seats, ready for the start of the third period. So we politely request that you remain seated whilst the game is in play. If you wish to return to your seat or leave your seat, please wait for a break in play.
Welcome back to the Hull Ice Arena for third period action between the Hull Wreck-It Seahawks and the Milton Keynes Lightning. Officials already on the ice, and we see to our right the MK Lightning heading their way to their door now.
And here comes Geordie with the Hull Seahawks.
Both teams will have had a pretty good chat, you've got to think, during that extended intermission. Both teams thinking there's still 2 points up for grabs here. And both teams knowing there is based upon what was seen on the ice. Hull, you would probably say, have had the better of the game tonight, but you can certainly see how MK, when they do and they have in the second period, started to grow in confidence, could easily turn this game around in the snap of a finger. Hull have just got to make sure they try and limit any chance of that happening. Do the fundamentals right, turn the puck over in the right area, rather than those sort of, say, silly mistakes on the back end. Just limit what you can, make it difficult for MK to break into your own zone, and to be honest, limit the shots that Geordie's going to face, you know. Other than the one that he's going to want back, he's had a pretty great game, you've got to say. Whereas Hull, you've got to say, they've tested Curl in it, and he's done very well down the other end as well. There's a couple that he probably arguably want back too, but just keep doing exactly what they're doing. All three lines are causing problems as well, which is a key thing for Matty Davis.
Absolutely. One of the things that Matty Davis is really passionate and key about, and that core philosophy as a team, is we have to outwork teams. We have to win those 50-50s. We have to get those pucks in the corner. And to be fair to this game, we've done that.
That's what I say. They are.
Absolutely,
they're doing exactly
game.
that. They're winning those 50-50s, which is why I say you would say that Hull have had the better of the game, but in just a minute, MK brought this back from 4-1 to 4-3, and you know, if you do allow them in, they will take their chances.
Absolutely. We've got to limit those small individual mistakes that are really making that key difference.
Back towards the blue lines, Liam Stewart comes out on the rebound. Liam Stewart does really well. Gets the pass on the turn as well, but he did fantastic to keep that in the Hull zone. But that will find Owen Bruton. Looks to try and clear the zone, and Lee Bonner takes it out the air. Liam Stewart just manages to find his head coach, Tim Wallace. He's sent down the ice, looking to deke that one past Tom Stubley. Didn't take the puck with him. And MK will just dump that behind the net. Jamie Chilcott's going to be under a bit of pressure from Rio Grinnell Park. And Grinnell Park's gone absolutely flying there as he looked to try and land one on Jamie Chilcott. Ulrich now. Max Stewart looking to try and get a poke check in. Hull still with the puck. And they send it as far as Martelli, but MK had all the puck here in the first minute or so, you've got to say. Pass high was looking for Max Stewart, but couldn't do anything with it. And that stretch pass looking for Chamberlain from Bartholomew doesn't really bring anything about. Max Stewart on the puck once again. He's got McEwen inside instead. Finds Rutkiss. Finds McEwen on the turn. Rutkiss once more. Off the board. Max Stewart tied up by Brock Bartholomew well there. He finds the pass too. And Sam Towner, great work to get back to Bobby Chamberlain. There's a stick in there from the MK man. There's a scrappy but a little bit of play here. Both sides sending it from zone to zone. Barmer just gets a stick in. Bonner up high on the forecheck. Mackenzie Stewart will send it into the Hull zone. Barmer's going to be first to it. We'll find Bartholomew. Feeds inside to Bruton. Now Bonner on the left side. He gathers the rebound, but Dylan Lawrence is enough to turn it away to a teammate. Cuts back inside, leaves the puck though for Owen Bruton to just regather, did Rory Herman there. It's good sticking by Tom Stubley. Rory Herman sends 2 Hull players crashing down to the ice there, just a bit of a collision. Ulrich now going to cut inside. Puck doesn't really go anywhere other than Dylan Lawrence though. Now with Ross Venus, it's a good stretch pass, so Lawrence will eventually get it and finds all the way across the crease, and Emil Svek's the one to pick it up. Under some pressure here though from Herman and Venus. Off the glass, and the MK player will bring it down with a glove. It's a good stick and dispossessed Dylan Lawrence there. Hull now, zone entry with Sam Towner. Will look to find Chamberlain behind the net. Svek always fans on the shot, and Bartholomew will regather. Delayed penalty. McLaughlin to the bench. You can see Bobby Chamberlain there. Do you think he's just checking whether there's any blood on that one? He's slowly skating off the ice. And MK managed to bring about a whistle, but we get the first penalty of the evening here. 43 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. Bobby Chamberlain gingerly getting on the bench. I think he's just readjusting his neck guard. I think he'll be back on the ice for the power play, which he is. And this is a key moment, because we spoke with Matty Davis over the last couple of weeks about, let's be honest, the Seahawks power play's not been good enough this year. And against the top team like MK in a game where this is the first penalty of the game, 43 minutes into it, you're not going to get many chances as good as this to extend your advantage.
No, and especially in a tight game like this, Hull have got to take advantage of this PhD.
Ulrich will turn away. Back to Bartholomew at the blue line. Across the Svek. Bartholomew once more, almost gets trapped in his skate a little bit. It's a stick in by Solden, but Bobby Chamberlain's been tied up on the boards there. Will find its way. Bartholomew, quick pass out wide to Ulrich, who padded away by Curlin.
Smart save that.
Towner's going to find Emil Svek left side. Sends it back around the board. Towner is the one to regather. Ulrich now. Bartholomew finds Svek, will let loose. And it's straight into the body of Curlin. Good stop, that one. Don't know how much traffic there was, but with a shot, when Emil Svek is walking down on you, you know it's going to be a tough one to save no matter what.
Oh, Emmy's his shot is just such a cannon, and he's been in the league for some time because of it.
Bartholomew now. That one's going to find way off the boards. Towner deflected off one of the officials. Chamberlain can't quite turn it towards the net. Svek now. Ulrich's going to keep that in, just on the blue line. Drops it off for Svek. Firing through traffic, deflection, goal!
Big goal.
Chamberlain with a tip. I think he got another deflection on the way through, but I think it's Bobby Chamberlain with the final tip into the left side of Will Curlin's net. And at 15:36 remaining of the third period, the Hull Racket Seahawks stretch back out to a 2-goal advantage.
Really important goal for Hull, and it was really important goal for Bobby as well, obviously, against his former team.
We saw what it meant to him, I think, down in MK, and sort of, I think it was early October. And that's a key moment in this game. 15 or so minutes to play. MK now 2 back.
That's goal number 5 to the Hull Racket Seahawks. Scored by number 21. Sponsored by
Barry going to play this one off the boards. Deck Jones almost slips, but just does enough to sort of drag it towards the boards and allows himself an opportunity to tie up Ben Solder. Mackenzie Stewart now. McEwen gets this back to Rutkiss. That's deflected high over the net. Chris Wilcox. Hull just looking to scratch this one away. A little bit of confusion. Wilcox now. And Hull safely get this one out of the zone, and Deck Jones will send that behind the net of Will Curlin. Jordan Fisher's going to force him to send it blind to the other side. Hull completed a change in that time. It's McEwen looking to try and find Rutkiss. Ulrich now off the boards, finds Bonner. He's got Ulrich inside. Stubley as well. And it's Stubley finds with a pass. Sends that off the board. Bonner now. Feeds Bruton. Chilcott can play this one off the back. That's still loose. Bit of an awkward one there. I think Curlin came for it, but bit of an awkward deflection meant Bonner had a bit of a chance to try and sneak that one in at the near post. Stubley going to send it back high. Chilcott's going to have to come all the way up on the right side. Still loose. Will exit the Hull zone, but Finley Ulrich's going to be the first of that as MK look to make a change. Ulrich still with it, finds Barmer now. Svek. Barmer. Looking for that pass across the crease. Towner's going to pick it up and he's going to almost run into one of our officials. Hull still with possession though. And Svek looked to find Towner, couldn't quite find him, but Bartholomew it is who's going to step up high, try and win this one back. That will exit the zone. Hull have got to be careful here. Ross Venus may pick this up and he does. Looking to cut to the outside, and great work by Declan Barmer.
Great defending by Declan Barmer. They're showing into the outside of the net, not really giving him that opportunity to shoot on Geordie.
Racing in from the left side, straight into the body of Will Curlin. A little bit of frustration there, I think, from Emmy, but you've got to think Hull have just got to keep doing that. A little bit of a breakdown the other end of it doesn't have to feed a goal every time.
No.
But they're doing the right things.
Exactly, and with these 2 goals advantage for Hull, it's all about keeping it up in MK's end, limiting the shots on Geordie, just that game management coming into effect.
He's going to recap the official calls in the penalty box. The penalty was timed at 43-20, high sticks on Christie, and the goal was at 44-24, scored Bobby Chamberlain, assisted Emil Svek and Finley Ulrich. That's going to come all the way across into the netting over here at the Hull Ice Arena.
So tonight's night Genie 50-50. Winner tonight winning £647 on the 50-50 tonight. Blue ticket number 214. Blue ticket 214 on the 50-50.
Back underway.
For the 50-50, winning a mini hat ticket number orange ticket 272.
Brown now is going to dump that one in on to Jordan McLaughlin, was looking for an opportunity to get that one away, but better safe than sorry. He just keeps that one in the glove. Will get a face off to his right side.
So once again, 50-50, cash prize, £647, blue ticket number 214, 50-50 runner.
Lawrence and Towner on the draw. Lawrence is the one to win that. Barmer going to look to try and tie up his man. See him to the outside. It's Rory Herman. Got to say, he's had a fantastic year, Rory Herman, but he's been a little bit quieter this evening. And I'm going to get a penalty called here as Hull look to break away. I think it's going to be on Deck Barmer for a bit of afters, I think, with Rory Herman. Our eyes were following the puck going down the other way, and there's a bit of frustration there from his teammates as to that one. Hull had the puck down in the offensive zone. And Barmer's going to see 2 minutes. 12:26 on the clock. We have regulation. Hull on the PK for the first time this evening. Whereas we've said the whole power play has struggled. It didn't look too almost earlier.
PK has been just incredible.
Yeah, the PK's done its job. That's 5 on 4 and 5 on 3 as well. There's been a few of those this year. We'd rather there wasn't another one tonight, but the whole penalty kill has been pretty good, but that's not to say that MK's power play isn't one of the best in the league. When you look at the names on there and what they do with it.
One of the best PK units versus one of the best PK units in the league.
It's going to be a battle. Minute 35 to go with a man advantage. Hull scrub 30 seconds off. Looking for the breakout, Liam Stewart. And it's a bit of a sloppy one. Bartholomew sends it straight back to Curlin. And MK across centre ice once more. Stewart straight into the body of Stubley. Bit of a battle for this down on the near side boards. Does MK come away with it? Couldn't quite find the tape of Dylan Lawrence.
What a job.
Both go down to the ice there. Hull needs to get up quickly though. That clearance did exit the zone, but didn't go too much further. Wallace turns away. And a great sticking by Jordan Fisher, who wants to get off the ice. Thinking maybe a bit of a dead leg. He's straight onto the bench there. Lawrence now, left side, turns away. He's waiting for his new PP line mates to turn up. Round the back. Into the body, loose puck. It's come away, left side.
Oh,
what a save. Jordan
Jordan.
McLaughlin
Yeah.
getting across his crease.
Such a good recovery.
28 seconds remain of the power play for Hull. Jordan Fisher, exactly what he needed to there. You can see him just wanting to get off the ice. It was a great bit of work to send Tim Wallace back out the zone. But then, even better bit of work, Jordan McLaughlin stops the first one in traffic. Can't really see where the puck is. He just knows that that side of the goal is going to be where the forward's going to be aiming. And he got across his crease. That one's all the way around the board. Solder looked to try and keep it in. Finlay Ulrich smart here, running off as much time as he can. Back to Bartholomew. There's 15 seconds left in man advantage. He's going to send that one measured all the way down onto the pads of Curlin. Making sure it didn't hit the roof of the net and straight down the goal. And with that, Declan Barmer returns to the ice. Hull back to even strength. Martelli though stepping up. That won't find its way down to the MK goal. Would have been icing call had it done so. Bit of a loose one there though. Chilcott will be on to pick this up, sends it back into the zone. Bobby Chamberlain having to leave it though. There would have been an offside call. 10 minutes to go of regulation. Back across to this left side, it's Solder. Goes high over the top of Chilcott, hoping that Mackenzie Stewart will be the one to collect it. That's going to be into the netting. I think it's deflected on its way there. 9:52 to go. Back underway. We'll manage to win the draw, but a bit of an elbow there perhaps from Tim Wallace. Nothing given on the ice. Tom Stubley certainly seemed to react to one. Puck comes loose. And Ulrich's going to send that one around the boards.
Bobby Chamberlain just reminding the whole bench to stay disciplined going into this last 9 minutes.
And that's going to deflect its way into Malik Martelli off the stick of Owen Bruton. 2GB under 20 teammates saying hello down there. It's a good point, of course. We've got to be honest, we can't really sort of smell the daisies on that one. Hull can sometimes, when they feel there's a missed call, it doesn't go too well for them. They do sometimes allow it to get a little bit stuck in the head. Bobby Chamberlain's exactly right. They've just got to stay disciplined here. There's no call on the ice. You're not going to change anything.
No, you'll never talk a call. You'll always talk yourself into one.
Stewart's going to want to pick this up. Lee Bonner, bit of a smile on his face. He's having a few chats down there with Christie. That does find a way off around the boards, but that will be an icing call. No, it was waved off. I never saw anyone wave it off. There was an arm up, but it was certainly an arm up, but it was waved off by someone. Herman now looking to cut inside, goes back outside, but Bartholomew dispossesses him well. And it's a well-placed pass. Looks getting for a goal! What a great bit of work! Was it Ben Solder? I think he sent down to the ice from the right side, just delays it enough, gets Will Curlin to sell himself out and fires it around the back of the outstretched netminder.
Will Curlin cannot be happy with his defender blowing a tyre there.
He was back skating, he was under pressure, and he's just lost an edge and just allowed Emil Svek to get one-on-one. And he does what Emil Svek does and finish goals.
He was never missing that once Solder was outplayed.
We've got 8:33 to go of regulation. The Hull Wreckett Seahawks lead 6-3.
It's goal number 6 to the Hull Wreckett Seahawks. That's goal number 6 for the Hull
Barry going to be first to this one. It only finds an MK player. They keep it going, but it's only into the body of Alex Kent. Great bit of work from Deck Jones to knock, I think, Tom's Rutkiss off the puck. Mags plays this from left to right. Solder almost walking in. Well, it's great bit of stick work though to get past Alex Kent, but Hull just looking to keep MK on the outside here. McEwen's almost timed himself up, running into the Hull man. McEwen still with it. As I say, we've seen MK in this game score 2 goals in a minute already. By no means is this game over. Hull have got to keep doing what they're doing well, and that's exactly what they're doing now. And that's turning the puck over. Jordan Fisher battling away for this one. And my God, he's put some graft in today. This whole line has Kent, Jones and Fisher. Chilcott looking for Bonner, who's in a bit of open ice. Just couldn't quite find the tape, but Hull keep the puck. Stubley's pass is deflected. Ulrich turns in on net, and Curling reacts to it well. But Hull still doing the right things. Jordan Fisher picks up a loose puck in the neutral zone, and it's turned into another dangerous opportunity for Hull. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They're not allowing MK to be comfortable in their own zone, in the neutral zone, and that means it's very difficult for them to really get things going in the offensive zone. Grinnell Park with a quick pass out. Wallace cuts inside, but it's a stick in from Finlay Ulrich. Martelli, though, is first onto it. He chips it off the boards. There's a big hit on Stubley there. Grinnell Park and Stubley with a few words after. Officials send him to Bonner. And that's deflected off the pad to Curling. Officials told Grinnell Park and Stubley to leave it alone and sent them both down the ice. Bonner getting physical, trying to protect that puck. Knocked off it in the end, but
both teams now turning on the physicality.
Hull fans, they're happy with that one. Emil Svek now on the breakaway. Rory Herman's coming in from the side, and shot just dragged wide. MK, I think, were calling for a trip against Lee Bonner there, but I think the two just had a bit of a coming together. Barman's just going to send this one back down towards the MK net. Malik Martelli, under 6 minutes to go. Finds Venus left side, with a bit of stick movement, and it eventually found its way through to McLaughlin, who just padded it away to the right side. Great cut inside by Venus, though. He's still got the puck, finds the pass to the right. Not quite the shot that was needed. Dylan Lawrence sends this one high around the boards. There's Christie who comes away with it, but official down to the ice there. Puck still trapped on the back of the net. McLaughlin's right away across his crease, and that'll find its way out of the Hull zone. Ben Brown. Puck looping in front of the MK bench. It's Emil Svek who's picked it up. Will find a way to get it to Owen Bruton. He's got nobody really with him, but just see what he can do. And it's Herman who comes away with it after a good check by the MK man. Herman cuts inside. It was Christie, I think, he turned away, and that's going to be straight into the glove of Jordan McLaughlin. 4:49 remaining here of regulation. This one's still, I would say, just getting a little bit tit for tat now. Both sides maybe looking for things. Both looking to try and get that edge in the last few minutes. And well, I'd say it would benefit both sides maybe to not get involved in that sort of thing. Hull certainly so. That will be an icing call. Bobby Chamberlain's going to be sent back to the bench here. I think 4:41 remains of regulation. Hull, no, they've just got to keep doing, as you say, we've said it all game, 60 minutes, fundamentals. Not turning the puck over in dangerous areas, trying to force MK to do the same. Well, trying to force MK to turn it over. And they've done that for the majority of the game so far. Look to try and pick that one out the air. Bit of an awkward deflection though. McEwen can't quite bring it with him. Now Barmer breaks down the other side, cuts inside. And it comes off the pad. Barmer just kept delaying it and delaying it and delaying it. Curling with the outstretched pad though, dealt with it well. Gets a stick on it, does Declan Barmer, and that'll be delayed offside against Milton Keynes Lightning. Well, just an offside, wasn't it? Delayed, was it? 4:09 remaining on the clock here of regulation. Hull just got to keep the heads now.
They're calling it intentional offside though, so we'll be starting in the MK end.
Officials just having a quick discussion here.
Oh. So they've gone from intentional to just offside now.
By committee, I think that
Yes.
one. Decision by committee. The Hull have got 4 minutes and 9 seconds to see out what would be the third win of the year against the MK Lightning. But rather than just looking at this in terms of the season series against Milton Keynes, a big, big victory in terms of hunting down Swindon and Peterborough ahead of them, and in trying to sort of find a bit of form, beating a top side like Milton Keynes, especially when you're missing two key players like Nathan Salem and Bobby Young, is a great way to get a bit of confidence into the side. And I'll be honest, the fans as well, it's been a little bit of a tough time for them. Oh, that's fizzed all the way across. Grinnell Park was looking for a tip.
Safely dealt with by Geordie though, I have to admit.
Safely dealt with. Tom Stubley made sure that Grinnell Park got nowhere near it. 3:41 on the clock. Barmer's getting a chance to clear the zone here, goes high to Bonner. It's Green who does well though, comes off his skate back into the Hull zone. Luke Martelli looked to have won the first battle for that. It does come out of the zone though to Liam Stewart, goes across to the right side. And dumped into the corner. Ulrich sends it into the neutral zone. Green finds Grinnell Park. Going to find Ulrich once more. A little bit of a miscontrol. There's Liam Stewart, brings that out the air just inside the zone. Oh. Bonner beaten to that, but Owen Bruton comes to help him out. Sends it inside to Ulrich, great pass. McCurlin just drops the puck, knows that he has to. MK 3-0 down, they need to get one as soon as possible. We're on to the final 2.5 minutes if they want to try and get anything from their trip to East Yorkshire today. Finley Ulrich taking a stick with him there. And slowing this one down, will dump the puck.
Eating a bit more time, using that game management.
It has been, I would be honest, so 50-50 with Hull. They either look like the experts at it, or they seem to forget the rules of it. And this has to be one of those games where they just use the head, see this one out, tie up the puck in the corners. Finds Brown, defines its way through. And as we hit 1:59 on the clock, MK get back to within 2.
But we've got to be careful here now.
We've seen what MK can do in quick succession. Goals can go bang, bang, bang like that. We know that Hull, they've just got to do exactly what they were doing 30 seconds ago. Run the time off, dump the puck, get the changes, keep the men fresh.
Exactly, and Will Curlin's now looking over to his bench to see if he can come for the extra attacker. Last 2 minutes could be a good shout.
I say, with the against the 6v5, it is something that Hull have at times struggled with. Hull have just got to try and keep MK out the zone. Rory Hurl's
looking, and Will's going. And
he slips on the way. But Will Curlin is now off the ice. The extra attacker on for Milton Keynes. And that one is somewhere in the body of Jordan McLaughlin. 1:47 on the clock.
MK with the extra attacker.
Confirmation of goal, timed at 58:01, scored by number 93 for the Milton Keynes Lightning. That is Ben Brown. Assists by number 59, Ross Venus, and 66, Lewis Christie. Empty net now. MK come away with the puck. Bit of a scrappy pass to Lawrence, but he's going to use his considerable reach there to try and keep the puck. But Hull going to try and clear this one. It does exit the zone. Venus will pick it up in neutral ice. Cuts inside Ulrich, goes past Chamberlain as well. Looks to almost go in between Barmer, but Barmer does enough. And MK will just dump it. Off the ball, deflection. I don't think Bobby Chamberlain is going to almost go full send for this. He'll just make sure he does. He hangs back, he's looking for his defensive position. Liam Stewart turns away from Declan Barmer. A bit of a poke check in there from Barmer, almost dispossessed him. Through the bodies, loose, Dylan Lawrence. Another save by McLaughlin. That will exit the zone.
Last 50 seconds.
It's going to be picked up by Liam Stewart once again. Pass him ahead. Inside to Dylan Lawrence, gets the zone entry. Bartholomew tries to almost scramble it out of there. And that time it goes down the ice. It's going to miss the net. And we'll get an icing call. 30 seconds remaining. MK trying to create the opportunity. They've got all of the big names out there on the ice.
Why Davis looking to call a timeout there.
Wallace, Lawrence, Herman, Stewart, Rutkiss, all on the ice. Bobby Chamberlain, it's going to, it just misses. Over 23.3 seconds on the clock. We go back to the face-off circle. Sam Towner looking for a change of stick to help him on the draw, perhaps. Unusual time to change it, but it might have done its job. The puck's in there somewhere. Chamberlain tried to get it away, he couldn't quite clear it. Herman's through the bodies, deflection around the back of the net. Bartholomew now sends it down the ice. We have 7, 6, and we'll get a. We had the clock stop for a second. We have got an icing call. I was just worried because it restarted for a second there. I think we lost maybe 0.2 of a second on the clock.
If you're a Hull fan, you're not complaining. If you're an MK fan, you are.
I think even with losing something of a second with less than 4 on there, 2 goals down, it might not make a difference, but finds Herman, shot wide left side, and with that, time expires. The Hull Racket Seahawks win 6-4 against the Milton Keynes Lightning. Just what they needed, a 4-point weekend.
Herman and Barmer having to be separated by the officials there.
Barber's going to be the one with a smile on his face though, and that's what matters here for the Hull Racket Seahawks fans. Exactly what was needed. It's been a bit of a tough time ever since that fantastic win at the Castle nearly a month ago. It's been a tough time for the Seahawks. They've only racked up wins against the Steel Dogs last night against the Raiders, but then to get a biggie, knocking off second place Milton Keynes Lightning 6-4 is exactly what was needed, especially we say missing a couple of key players should give them that confidence going into, I say, a tough run. We've got the Cup semi-finals coming up in just a couple of weeks against the Leeds Knights as well. What a performance.
Absolutely brilliant. Did everything to the textbook that we needed to do. We played smart hockey and we got the game done. And as you said, that's really important after the run that we've been in, going into those semi-final, especially against Leeds. We need to be getting back into that winning ways and having fun playing hockey again.
Talking of the Leeds Knights, they have beaten the Bristol Pitbulls 7-5 this evening down at the Castle. I believe that stretches Leeds' advantage over the Milton Keynes Lightning to 3 points now, if I remember correctly. I say Milton Keynes have played an additional game as well. It's all still to play for, still a lot of hockey to play, but that league title race takes another twist. The Hull Racket Seahawks will move on to 37 points this evening. They are chasing the Peterborough Phantoms, who are in a big game this evening. Swindon Wildcats currently lead 4-3 against the Phantoms. That one's still got a good 20 or so minutes to play. If the Swindon Wildcats do win that one, the Hull Racket Seahawks will be 2 points behind Peterborough with 2 games in hand. So all the top 4 race, Swindon, Peterborough and Hull for those 3rd and 4th spots, and it's so close at the moment. And I say every win, particularly a big win against Milton Keynes like that, is exactly what they needed.
Exactly, and that top 4 rankings is really important going into playoffs, because it could all depends on who you get, how what your run looks in on the way on to commentary.
I say a big 4-point weekend, a 6-5 win against the Raiders yesterday. One that Hull probably made a little bit more difficult than it had to be. But I say they've answered, if there was any questions last night, they've answered a few this evening with a big win against Milton Keynes. They'll look forward to the next weekend. It's a double header against the Bees. Saturday evening back here at the Hull Ice Arena. Unusual that we're back here in Hull on a Saturday, they'll then travel down to the Bees on the Sunday evening. But looking at what happened here last time against the Bees, a 7-0 victory. They've coming off the back of a difficult trip to Solway. They're going to be a lot fresher, although they've had a difficult time as of late.
One of the things that we talk about as players is how we actually enjoy having back-to-back games, because you get that momentum, you go into the games, you're clicking as a team, so it'll be interesting to see.
Milton Keynes Lightning will make their way off the ice, take the applause of their away supporters who've come to see them this evening and the home supporters who've stayed behind as well. Ross Venus, with the man of the match, scored a brilliant goal, lovely little finish, but he's such a sharp player, isn't he? I say they've got so many talented players with the Milton Keynes Lightning. Wasn't their night tonight, but you can see why they're up there with Leeds in the league title picture.
Absolutely, and it took Hull playing close to, if not their very best, to get the result they have tonight.
I say they've beaten MK 3 out of 4 times so far this season. Maybe is it the styles? It just seems to give Hull a bit of an advantage. We've mentioned it. It's sometimes jokingly the heavy metal hockey. That really high, pressing hockey that Hull play, trying to force turnovers. Maybe unsettle the MK a little bit. I don't know. That's one. People who watch a lot more Milton Keynes hockey than we do may know. But I say it seems to work out when Hull meet Milton Keynes this year.
I don't know if it's our styles of hockey. I don't know what it is. Maybe it could be that our big players are more up for MK. Whether that's because they've played with MK before or they've been on teams where MK's been their rivals. But everything does seem to click against MK and against the bigger teams.
Certainly so. Quick word about some of the guys that we're still waiting for who's won the Man of the Match award, but who were the performances that sort of caught your eye? It's very difficult to say, no one had a poor game tonight.
No.
There's the odd moment, from a few of the players where you'd think, we'd have that back, but that happens in every game. But every one of them has gone and left it out on the ice tonight.
So for me, Fisher's got to stand out a little bit. Fisher, hard working player. He really did push MK's third line a lot, and on the PK he did do a really good job. And obviously getting that goal was really impressive. Bonner again, just hard work. Brute's getting that goal early on.
That line, I thought Bonner, Brute and Ulrich really clicked tonight.
Yeah.
It caused a lot of problems.
I mean, Geordie had a pretty solid night, bar that one. I mean,
couple of fantastic saves. Couple in the butterfly just after their sort of quick fire second and third goals.
Showing that mental resilience.
And then we've got to say, I think it was a couple of minutes to go. The scramble from left to right across the crease, almost blind, to find the puck that was heading into the right side of the net was an absolutely fantastic bit of work.
Absolutely. But yeah, be interesting to see who does get the home man of the match.
Just heading through the awards this evening, 50-50. 50-50 runner-up now as well. Not a cash prize, but a free merch, don't you never turn down. Shirt after back, the stick raffle, so many things here for the Hull fans to sort of get involved in every single week. But I say, quick turnaround now, back, well, for home games anyway, next Saturday. Say, the Bees, when we went down there early in the year, it wasn't a great game for Hull at all, but the fixture down here at the Hull Ice Arena was the 7-0, and it was a tough first period. Both sides really struggled to find each other out, and then
just opened up.
I think with that one, the Bees, maybe a bit tired from the trip to Solway, but we've got the home man of the match is number 17, Owen Bruton. And I've got to say,
brilliantly taken for goal to open the scoring tonight. Hard working, stepping up to that first line with Bobby Young being out. Didn't look out of place at all, really.
I'll say some great work all throughout the evening. I thought that whole line, Ulrich Bonner and Owen Bruton, was fantastic. The lads would all be around in there, a few, head pats and whatnot. Exactly what you want to see, and the Hull players will head around the rink. So we've got a bit of a lap of honour here. And then we're back to the dressing rooms. 6 days to prepare for another home game here at the Hull Ice Arena. Hull Seahawks will host the Bees on Saturday, the 20th of January, 5:30 face-off as usual. If you can make sure you're down here at the Hull Ice Arena. If you're not able to, make sure you join us on the Power PPV live stream of the Hull Wreck-It Seahawks. I've been Conor Lynn.
Tim.
He's been Tim, just Tim. Alongside me has been Hull Wreck-It Seahawks netminder, number 6, Mr. Tim Lyons. We hope you've enjoyed your Sunday evening with us this evening. We'll see you next Saturday.